Taehyung enters and sits at the head of a long dining table. Movement later, Miss Kim joins him, graceful as ever. The maids quietly place the breakfast dishes, pancakes, eggs, and black tea. The silence is thick, broken only by the clinking of silver where Taehyung wear the curl. Miss Kim rising an elbow you. Taehyung noticed slightly, eyes still on his coffee. Yes. Miss Kim looking around the empty hall, strange. She was just here a moment ago, calling out, "You, where are you, dear?" The sudden call makes your heart skip beat. She squeezes her eyes shut, praying she was just disappear. But when Miss Kim's voice turned farmer, Miss Kim, you, she realized she has no choice. Still crouched behind the sofa, you peek over the edge. Her mind races. You, maybe if I crawl out slowly, they will not notice how ridiculous this looks. And so she does. On her knees, she awkwardly crawls out from behind the sofa, her hair slightly messy, holding the duster in both hands like a guilty child cat stealing cookies. Both Taehyung and Mr. Kim, the entire hall falls silent. Miss Kim, pressing her lips together, amused. You, why are you hiding behind the sofa? You, frozen cheeks burning red. I was just cleaning. Miss Kim, cleaning under the sofa. You, biting her lip, shaking her head quickly. No, I was hiding. Miss Kim, intrigued. Hiding, and from whose exactly? You sized that to Taehyung for just a second. Their eyes meet and her entire body goes a step you from him. Miss Kim, hand over her mouth, try not to laugh from Taehyung. Eyebrows lift slightly. For the first time, his cold timor cracks just a little, a tiny amused smile at the corner of his lips. Taehyung, calm, curious. Why you slimming, clutching her duster tightly? Because you look scary. Miss Kim, chuckling softly. Well, she's not wrong. The faint gleam of amuse flickers in Taehyung's dark eyes. He leaned back, resting his chin on his hand. For someone feared by all of Seoul, he seemed oddly entertained. Miss Kim, all right, child, you can go now before my son's expression make you faint. You squeezing. She quickly turned to look as she walked away. She can still feel Taehyung gaze following her. Sharp yet strangely soft, as if he isn't sure whether to lock her, scold her. Miss Kim, quietly teasing. You are smiling. Taehyung turning his head slightly calm again. Am I? Miss Kim, it's been years since I have seen that look on your face. Taehyung doesn't reply, but as he picks up his cup again, that faint smile returns, subtle, controlled by undeniably real. Even the ruthless Mafia King couldn't deny it. There's something about that trembling, innocent girl that makes him forget, if only for a second, the darkness he lives in. The mansion bases quietly with a soft sound of footsteps and murmurs. Use carefully arranged dishes. When the headmaid approached her with a tray, "Headmaid, you take this to Mr. Taehyung's room." The tray almost slipped from Yu's hand. Yu, Taehyung's room headmaid, noted family. He doesn't like delays. Go now. Yu's stomach twisted in fear every time she hears that man's name. Her heart races. There's something terrifying yet magnetic about him. His eyes, his voice, the calm power he carries. She takes a deep breath and walks towards the west wing. Taehyung's private area. The hallway is silent, the air colder there. Her fingers grip the tray tightly as she reaches the tall black door. Knock, knock. No response. You whispered maybe he's not here, but she can't risk angering him. Slowly she pushes the door open and steps inside. The room is inmodious and entirely black silk sheets, black curtains, black marble floors. Even the faint sunlight seems swallowed by darkness. Your heartbeat echoed in her ears. She carefully places the coffee on the side table. You okay then? She turns to leave. Click. The sound of the door shutting freezes her. She slowly turns around. Taehyung stands by the door in a black shirt. Sleeves roll up, eyes lock on her. Taehyung, deep, smooth, dangerous. You came into my room. You, the maid, told me to bring coffee. He steps closer, the faint scent of dark shatter and smoke surrounding her. Taehyung, you are trembling. Do I scare you that much, sweetheart? You know I just. He leans closer, brushing a strand of her hair away. Taehyung, you look so delicate when you are scared, like you might break if I touch you. Your voice breaking, please, I just want to live for a moment. Taehyung says nothing. His expression softened, not pity but something deeper. Taehyung, you think I will hurt you? She doesn't answer, but her silence says everything. He smiled faintly, half amused, half admiration. Taehyung, you really don't know me yet. If I want to hurt you, I already would have. He steps slightly, gaze still on her. Taehyung, you can go. Revealed, you turns to leave, but his voice stops her. Taehyung, wait. She freezes. Taehyung, next time don't hide from me like you did yesterday. I refer it. When you face me, your white eyes fluttered. I am sorry. She reaches for the door, eyes blurring with tears, fear, confusion, and something else she can't name. Taehyung nodded. His amusement fades into quick steps. He beside her, gently catching her wrist. Taehyung, softly, don't cry. You blink up at him, startled by the sudden tenderness in his tone. He signs, thumb brushing away a tear. Taehyung, you really don't belong in this world, do you? You are too soft for it. Silence. Only their breathing. Realize how close they are. You push him lightly on the chest, panicked, and rush out of the room. The door closes behind her. Taehyung stands alone in the dark, staring at the door when she disappeared. Slowly, a faint smirk touches his lips. Taehyung, she's scared of me, and yet I can't stop thinking about her. He sits on the edge of his bed, running a hand through his hair, her trembling voice echoing in his mind. For the first time in a long while, the 𝒂𝒄𝒉𝒐 Mafia King feels something different, something dangerous even to himself. He looks at the untouched coffee cup and smiles faintly. Taehyung, you shouldn't have come into my world. You because now leans back, eyes half closed, dark smirk forming. You will not be able to leave it. The corridor is dimly lit. The air is still heavy with quiet tension. When you slap, please finally touch her fragile face, the only piece Taehyung had seen in years. Taehyung stands outside the door, his hand hovering over the handle. His jaw tightens, a man at the war with himself. Every night when the mansion fell silent and even the guard disappeared into the shadows, Taehyung will find himself standing outside her door. He never planned to go in, yet somehow his hand always finds the handle. He opened the door quietly, stepping inside, dressing in black, his expression unreadable. The faint light from the hallway traces his sharp features as his eyes rested on her, that fragile girl, curled up on the soft blanket, unaware of the chaos her presence had stirred inside him. He watches her silently, breathing steady but deep. Time whispered to himself. Just one look every night, he told himself. Just one look every night. He broke his own rule. Sometimes he stood by the bed for minutes, sometimes hours, until he finally turned away, jaw clenched, leaving before the morning light could betray his weakness. Taehyung enters, his cold aura spread instantly. Guards lowered their heads, made step. One afternoon, when Taehyung entered the mansion, his cold aura filled the air again. He was the Mafia King, emotionless, untouchable. But then he saw her. You is standing near a tall glass window. Sunlight split over her soft like gold. Taehyung stopped watching her gaze soften just for a second. Her delicate movement, the way a loose strand of hair brushed her cheek, it pulled something deep in him. But then he noticed the bandage wrap around her hand. His eyes darkened. He walked towards her, silent and dangerous. You startled ring, sir. Taehyung, firm, calm, stopped. She freezed instantly. He reached for her wrist, but she hides it behind her back. Taehyung, close, show me. You trembled slowly, extended her arm. He unwrapped the bandage. A burn marks glows right behind it. Taehyung quietly furious. Who did this? You shaking. I was an accident. Taehyung sharp, empty, one here now. The staff gathered, line up nervously. Maid hesitated. Sir, it was an accident. The soup was hot. Taehyung coldly repeating, an accident? If this is how accidents happen here, then no one works here again. Silence filled the room. No one moves. Then softer his voice drops, only for you. Taehyung low protective from now on. You will not work, you will not lift a finger, do you understand? You confused, but I should work, I can't just. He stepped closer, eyes locked with her. Taehyung, slow, firm. You are not here to serve. You are here because I said so. You lips part speechless. He grabbed her wrist gently but firmly. Taehyung leans you down the long hallway, fast-paced, his grip unyielding. You bleeding, Taehyung, please. Her voice trembles as she struggles to keep up. Miss Kim watches from above, shocked. Miss Kim murmuring to himself, so it's true. He's becoming obsessed. Taehyung's room, the heavy door closed behind them. Silence grew, soft sobs filled the air. Taehyung quietly commanding, stop crying. He turned away, collecting himself, then faces her again. Taehyung calmly, you will hurt yourself more if you keep trembling like that. You lower her head. Taehyung steps closer and gently hold her burned hand. You flinch. Taehyung softly, let me see. He wraps the bandage carefully, revealing the raw wound. His jaw tightens. Taehyung reading history. You should have told someone. You weakly, I don't want trouble. He says nothing. Open a drawer, takes out a first aid kit and begins treating the wound. Taehyung quietly, does it hurt? You shaking her head. No. He finished. His touch lingers. Their eyes meet, something unspoken between them. Taehyung low, controlled, go rest. You hesitated, searching his face. Then she nodded and leaves slowly. Taehyung watches her go, his fingers twist, remembering her warmth. For a man who once ruled through fear, he was beginning to realize she was the only thing he was afraid of losing. Mansion morning. The mansion stands quiet under soft sunlight. A car engine fades into the distance. The morning Taehyung left the mansion for a mafia mission, the mansion fell into uneasy silence. Miss Kim watches from the grand balcony, her eyes sharp and unreadable. Miss Kim watched his car disappear beyond the gates, her expression coldly calm. Only when he was gone did she whisper, Miss Kim quietly, before my son returns, that girl must be gone. She was not cruel, just calculated. Your innocence had started softening her ruthless son, and Miss Kim couldn't let that happen. Mansion evening. The atmosphere is dim and tense. Miss Kim sits at her desk, eyes steady, thinking that evening she called the head maid. Miss Kim, calm, fine. Find a decent man, someone who can take you far from here. Horse later. The head maid returns, hesitated but obedient. Head maid softly, ma'am, I found someone, John. One of the Jungkook's loyal men. He's honest, quite something Taehyung did was not. Miss Kim not once approving, Miss Kim approved immediately and sent for him. Movement later, John's enter respectful, slightly nervous. John confused. You call from me, ma'am. Miss Kim coldly, you will marry. You take her far from Seoul, start a new life. John shocked. Marry her, but Miss Kim cutting him off. You want a safe life, don't you? Then accept this. The wedding will be soon in 2 days. Her tone left no room for refusal. Yu's room closed softly in the afternoon light. The head maid enters with a tray. Head moved gently. Miss Kim is waiting. Take this tea to her. You nodded, unaware of what awaits her. She walked down the marble corridor, sitting down. Miss Kim and John sat opposite each other, calm but distant. You enters quietly, carrying the tray. John's eyes widen when he sees her. Delicate, pure, unbreakingly beautiful. You softly, you at tea, ma'am. Miss Kim nodded. You may go. You exits. The silence lingers. Miss John turning to John. So, John quietly, she's beautiful. Miss Kim coldly satisfied. Good, you will marry her tomorrow and leave this city. John hesitates, then nods under her steady gaze.